Ace Will's the genius.
It's your boy Aceville, and in today's video, we're going to talk about how the lack of accountability and responsibility can be very detrimental to you and your progress in life. And not being accountable and not being responsible hurts you the most out of anything. Like, I promise it does. But let's jump right into it. Here's some different perspectives. I give you my perspective. Y'all know how I go.
One of the most challenging things that I observe from a metaphysical perspective is the concept of self-responsibility. And that is because self-responsibility is a domino effect. Taking self-responsibility for one area of your life sort of opens the door for any and all other areas of your life as well. And this is common for lots of different types of symptoms. If you have fear, if you're inhabiting a lot of negative...
So, what she just said, let's run it back.
Taking self-responsibility for one area of your life sort of opens the door for any and all other areas of your life.
So taking responsibility for one area of your life, right? You ever heard the saying, how you do anything is how you do everything, or how you do one thing is how you do everything? That is very true. If you if you so used to like half-assing one thing, you begin to half-ass everything. If you so used to just doing enough to get by, you do that with everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might know your bills are due, right? Say your bills due. You got enough to pay the bill, but you like, it's only gonna leave me with X amount of dollars, right? So instead of paying the whole thing, you pay a little bit. You're like, I'm gonna pay a little bit now, a little bit later. And what happens is, you pay a little bit and then you end up spending too much, and then later on you don't really have the money that you should have had because you spent too much. And you begin to do that like with everything. You like pay a little here, a little there, a little here, a little here, and then 3, 4, 5 months down the road, you behind on everything just because when you could have just paid it, you didn't. You put it off like, pay a little bit now, pay a little bit later. I'm gonna tell y'all, when it comes to bills, right now, this whole thing is not about bills, but when it comes to bills, bruh, if you got the money, pay it. You feel me? Just pay it.
For lots of different types of symptoms. If you have fear, if you're inhabiting a lot of negative energy, denial, delusion, or disconnect. From a spiritual perspective, you are truly the manifester of your own destiny, but I think that people forget that. We also have a culture which makes people feel particularly powerless. By allowing corporations and wealthy people to take control over our everyday tasks and routines, we've become really reliant on other people, places, and things. We have let go of this control primarily for our benefit, but it of course has downside. There's so much opportunity and space to blame other people. It is kind of part of our daily language. We've been living a certain way for so long, which was validated by our culture. It's going to be particularly challenging to let go of this perception value. Here's the biggest problem. By taking self-responsibility for a root cause, you ultimately have to take responsibility for whatever has come after that as a result. This root cause may have had major consequences in your life. And to be fair, you probably didn't know or realize what it was. This is often why people double down on their wrongs. By admitting the truth about this one thing, they may be admitting the truth about almost every area and aspect of their life. Keep in mind that inaction may be as important or more important than action. This is why I so strongly recommend that we proactively work on our fears. We can't let it accumulate or snowball into a situation where it may ultimately destroy our life. Energy is not irreversible, and there is always opportunity and time to start. One of the most challenging...
Yeah, boom. I like that. Like my example, right? If you pay a little bit now, pay a little bit later. Ultimately, that small decision you made in that moment becomes a big problem later. See what I'm saying? Like, every decision you make right now affects later. And once you realize that, hopefully you start to make better decisions in the moment. Like, you know what? I got the money, I'm gonna go ahead and pay it. Because I never know what's gonna happen later. You know what I'm saying? You might be like, I'm gonna pay a little bit now, a little bit later. Something might happen between now and later to where now you don't have it. See what I'm saying? Like, you gotta stop delaying. Y'all delay everything except for things that need to be delayed. See what I'm saying? Like, We got to get out of that habit. It's like we want success now. We want to be rich now. We want to be fit now. It's like all this stuff that takes time. We delay, like we want all that stuff instant. But vice versa, you would delay everything else in your life. You would delay bills. You'll delay appointments you really need to go to. Y'all delay everything except for what needs to be delayed. I'm gonna just say it I'm gonna just say that. Stop delaying everything. I'm trying to tell you, just take care of business, bro. Take care of it now. Save yourself some trouble later. I'm telling you, bro. You gonna feel way better about yourself. Ain't no better feeling than knowing, oh yeah, all that's taken care of. I'm good. I ain't even gotta worry about it. That's the best feeling. And what you'll also realize is once you start taking care of your business, right? When it comes to like money, health, whatever, when you stay on top of it, bro, the results, like when it comes to finances, when you stay on top of your business, you start having money. You be like, oh, all my bills paid and I got money. You know what I'm saying? Like when you stay on top of it, you start really living how you want to. But we gotta stop trying to like take shortcuts, bro. Ain't no shortcuts in this shit, bro. There's no shortcuts, bro.
All I gotta say is you'll never win, ever, by having somebody around you with no responsibilities. And this is anywhere in life. You could be at work, you could be anywhere, but you know who got business to take care and who got somebody else taking care of their business off of how they move. So I want y'all to learn how to separate the two. If you around somebody at your job or anywhere in life, period, and they just don't take shit serious, they ain't never helping, they ain't never around for the good, they don't take nothing serious, they ain't following through, they don't have no real responsibilities. I don't want that to stop you from being that dog that you are, because you only making yourself bigger and better. But stop getting mad at them. Understand they ain't get the facts of life yet, and unfortunately, at the age that they are, they probably never will. You keep prospering, baby.
Hey, nah, this is real. All right, I was talking to my brother, and I was like, bro, the best employee that any company has is the person who has something to do, right? As far as like the person at work that's working towards a goal, like whether they're saving to buy a car they want, they're saving to maybe purchase a home, or they're saving to start a business, or whatever it may be, that's gonna be your best employee. During that time period while they're working towards that goal, the best employee. I promise you. I know from experience. I'm talking about me. Like, there was a point in time when I was going to work. I'm clocking in. I don't really want to be there, bro. I'm like, I mean, every day I'm like, man, I hate this job, bro. Like, I don't want to be here. I'm sick of it, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm calling out as much as possible. I'm showing up late. You know what I'm saying? To the point where it's like, boy, you about done got up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it got to that point where it's like, damn, I had to like make a switch. You feel me? But fast forward, me right now in this current moment, I'm working towards a couple goals. There's a couple things on my list I'm trying to get knocked out. Bro, I haven't missed a day of work. I haven't been late. None of that. You feel me? I'm working I'm signing up for overtime. I'm working extra days. Cause like I got this goal. It's like I'm paying off all my debt right now. I'm stacking my bread. It's like I'm locked in. This the best version of me you gonna get at a job. Why? Because I have a personal goal. Like, there's nothing anybody at this job can do right now to knock me off my. I'm not worried about nothing y'all got going on. I don't want to argue with y'all. I don't care about none of that. I'm here to get my money, stack my bread, do what I need to do so I can move on. You feel me? Like, so I'm trying to tell you, the best worker is gonna be somebody with responsibilities that's working towards something. Like, even people, you know, you could tell when people got, you know, wife and kids at home that's counting on them. They gonna be at work. They showing up. They can't afford to miss work. You know what I mean? Those are the best employees. You know what I'm saying? Now, my goal isn't to be an employee forever, but Like, I'm trying to tell you, that's gonna be the best worker. So kind of relating to what she's saying, like when you around people with goals that's working towards something, bro, they showing up to handle business. But when you're around people that they're not working towards anything, they don't have many responsibilities. Like, bro, a lot of them people, they just going with the flow, living day to day. There's no sense of urgency. There's no, you feel me? There's no structure. They just doing whatever. And it's like, I don't want to be around them type of people. I try to push everybody around me to like, bro, you feel me? Let's build something, bro. Let's come together. Let's start a business. Let's go buy some property. You feel me? Let's everybody work on paying off their debt and getting their credit as high as possible. Like, let's lock in. Like, we could go so crazy if we all really just lock in. You feel me? And that's what I be on. So for real, like, stay away from people with no responsibilities, no goals, no drive. Like, man, them people are draining, and it rubs off. Like, the people you around rub off on you. Like, that laziness, that shit rub off on you. Stay away from them people. Trying to tell you, man, stay away from them people, bro.
Wokeism springs from a sort of Marxist theory, which is that people are not responsible for their own decisions, that all failures in your life are due to some sort of evil capitalist or traditionalist mindset that has been imbued throughout society. And if you obliterate those structures, then everybody will finally be equal. Everybody will bloom anew. That is
all right.
Is lack of personal responsibility and blaming will finally be equal. Everybody will bloom anew. That is where they cross streams. Is lack of personal responsibility and blaming society for all of your problems. That's really where the commonality lies. Whenever anyone suggests that personal responsibility is the answer to 92% of all of your problems in life, 92% is a low-end estimate, man, that the vast majority of your problems are solvable by you. If we're not talking about a debilitating health crisis, if you're a sentient human, the vast majority of your own problems are solvable by you. First of all, the fact that there are people out there who find that enervating is shocking to me. That should be the most energizing idea ever. The entire
yeah, hey, bro. Now, he might have just been throwing a number out there. He might have just been throwing a number out there. But 92% of your problems can be solved by you. Now, I don't know how accurate this number is, but just based on what he said, bro, just think about it, right? Your living conditions, your financial conditions, your health, right? A lot of these areas are a direct result of the work you put in or haven't put in, the decisions you made or didn't make, the consistency you've had or haven't had. See what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If you locked in with your finances, right? You locked in, you say, like, you gonna be automatically a few steps ahead of everybody else, bro. Like they say, like, come on, y'all heard the statistics, like, what is it, like 50% or 52% of Americans can't afford $1,000 emergency, or, you know, or is it 52% of Americans don't have $1,000 in savings, or like stuff like this. You gotta start thinking about, like, a lot of times you watching this video and you like, fuck, I'm in that, I'm a part of that 52%. I don't have a band, right? I don't have $1,000 right now. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you can get to the point where you do have that. You know what I'm saying? You do understand that's a decision, right? Now you might be like, I don't really make enough money, I don't make enough money right now. Like, all my money go to bills. Yes, that might be true. But you do understand you gotta keep going, right? Like, you gotta find better sources of income. You gotta go find a better job. Go find a job that's paying a little more. Like, don't just stay where you at and just be like, life should be better than this. It's like, well, what are you gonna do to make life better than this? Like, we gotta stop feeling like all our issues are caused by other people. Like, granted, yes, politics and all that, and you know what I'm saying, that does affect our lives heavily, right? Like, them trying to increase insurance and do all this stuff and take away healthcare, that affects everybody a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that, but it's like, the things you can control, you need to control to the best of your ability. Like, don't sit around with the victim mentality, just like feeling like, they did it, I'm in this position because of them, or because of them. You feel me? Like, you gotta get out of that, bro. You gotta be like, you know what? I can do this. This will put me in a better, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I do eat out a lot, man. Let me cut back. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I don't really work out like I should, man. Let me start going to the gym a little bit. Like, you ain't gotta be going crazy. Just start a little bit. Do a little 30-minute workout every day. You know what I'm saying? Just, it adds up over time. Trust me. And over time, that 30 might turn into an hour. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, we gotta make good decisions daily, because the decisions we make today is what we gonna see 6 months, 12 months, 16, 18 months down the line. The way you're gonna be living is gonna be based off the decisions you make right now. I'm trying to tell you.
Biggest downfall in humans in general, like you be having so much pride, you would let pride ruin your life instead of just say, I was wrong. Like when I just said some shit like that the other day, like accountability is key, because when you take accountability and you recognize what you've been doing wrong, you got room to grow. If you don't take accountability, you not gonna grow, because how are you supposed to get better if you don't think you do nothing wrong?
Hey, bro, that is real. I know people who lack accountability. Bro, that is big. Like, if you're not accountable, if you don't hold yourself accountable, like he said, if you think you do everything right, you're not going to change anything. But in that same sentiment, you're not going to change anything, but you're going to keep going through the same stuff over and over. And then you're going to be like trying to figure out like, yo, why is my life like this? Why do I keep going through the same things over and over? Not realizing you the problem the whole time. You the problem the whole time, because you never realized that you were the problem. So you keep living through the same stuff. Like, bro, I've been having these conversations since I was like 19. That's crazy to think about. I'm 28. I'm about to turn 29, bro. I'm like, you feel me? I'm talking about, I've been having these conversations for damn near 10 years. And it's like, me and my homie Goldie, we think about starting a podcast because we always have convos like this. But it's like, I used to always talk about like, bro, in life, we have patterns and routines, right? So like, when we get with new people, we build new patterns and routines. When we break up with people, we build new patterns and routines. Like, you got this stuff you do. Like, for instance, right now, I wake up, I go to work. You know what I'm saying? I might eat breakfast at work, might not. It depends. I'm gonna get off work, come home, check on the family. Might hit the gym, you know what I'm saying? On certain days, I'm gonna go hoop with the fellas. It's like, it's routines, bro. It's like, you know what I'm saying? But in these same routines, a lot of times we have certain things that we do that don't really benefit us. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might have these routines where maybe you go out every weekend. Maybe you know what I'm saying? Maybe you smoke, I don't know, cigarettes or weed, whatever. And it's like, maybe you spend X amount of dollars on this every week. You spend X amount of dollars on this daily. And it's like, all this stuff add up. And it's like, it's just like your daily routine. But you got to understand that some of these things that's a part of your daily routine are affecting you long term. It may seem very minuscule in the moment, right? Like, say you spend $10 a day on lunch. You work 5 days a week. 10 times 5, you spend $50 a week on lunch. You spend $200 a month on lunch, right? And then you like, damn, I ain't never got no money. Bro, that $10 add up, bro. Like, maybe if you spend, I don't know, $50 at the grocery store, get some chicken breasts, some rice, some vegetables, and meal prep, and you could keep, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you spend $50 and maybe that meal prep, I don't know how groceries looking right now. That meal prep might last a week, maybe 2. I don't know. It depends on how you eat and, feel me, what deals you get, what's the bang for your buck. But like, we just got to understand that like the decisions we make now is very important, and holding ourselves accountable is ultimately the only way we will grow. You got to be able to look back and be like, damn, I can improve in this area a lot. Like, trust me, I'm in the process of doing it. Like, I've been doing it. And bro, I say my daughter was born in August. I was out of work the entire August, right? And the whole time I was out, I think my job gave me like one check. I think I got like one check. And then, you know, I got credit card debt, all that stuff. I was like, damn, bro, when I go back to work in September, I'm gonna lock in, bro. Like, granted, all my bills and stuff got paid while I was gone. Didn't miss a beat. Everything was paid good. You feel me? Like, thank God. I was very thankful that I was able to make sure everything was paid, even though I took this month off to make sure my girl and my daughter was good. And then I got, you feel me? Like, I got my 2 sons and now I got a daughter. So I took a month off to help my girl adjust, so we could adjust to having baby girl. And it's like, but in my mind, I was like, when I get back to work, I gotta lock in with my finances. So next time, you feel me? Like, if there's a next time or whatever, like if I ever need to take time off, I won't be like stressing over like money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I should have had way more money saved. And then when I took time off, I just be like, oh yeah, we good for X amount of months if I really want to take that off. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I locked in ever since I've been back. And hey, bro, like it's November, so we're talking September, October, November. We talking in the span of 3 months. My financial situation has changed drastically. Like I'm not tripping over. I don't, now mind you, I don't like spend. Now I got to the point where I don't like spending money at all. But that's different. It's like I don't even like spending money, but worrying about not having money, oh no, that's you feel me? Those are old issues. But I started making new decisions. I started doing things differently. And when you do things differently, you get different results. That's all I'm saying.
Lesson to be learned. There is something to be diagnosed. There is a thing to be viewed from a objective standpoint once it's all said and done that can potentially and probably will prevent you from being stuck in a similar situation. Whenever something bad happens in your life, what's the first thing most people say? Why the fuck is this bullshit happen to me? Or some version of what the fuck I just said. Because when something bad happens, you immediately, it's human nature to immediately want to pass the blame off to somebody else. Oh, because this happened, I ended up here. Because that happened, I ended up here. Because of that, let me tell you something. That's all cool, fine, and dandy. But once you finish passing blame, the problem is still gonna fucking be there. So this is why I tell people, you need to take responsibility for your position in life and the things that you've done to lead yourself to this point. I know it's not fun. It's not sexy. It doesn't make you feel good. It makes you feel bad because you have to look at the things you did, the people you used to associate with, the things you used to consume, whether it be, you know, entertainment-wise or maybe some type of substance or all kind of shit. You take responsibility for what you did in that moment or what you did in those moments leading up to where you at, and I promise you your life will get a little bit better. It's like a motherfucker be in a relationship, be like, oh, this person has been putting their hands on me for years. This person has been beating me for years. They don't respect me, da 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 da. For years? If somebody is getting physical with you, not the way you would like in a relationship, and you stay there, you are making a decision to be there. It is your responsibility to yourself to get the fuck out of there. And of course, I'm using relationships as an example, but you can pretty much use this with anything in your life. So if you see somebody out here who they never can get their shit together, they always going through some shit, they always fucked up, this person 9.5 times out of 10 does not take responsibility for what they do. They think the world is against them. They think the world is out to get them. I'm here to tell you, the world gonna do what the world gonna do. It is up to you to decide what your position in it is going to be. You're going to be on the receiving end of some bullshit, or you're going to be on the other end of some bullshit. Either way, you're going to have to deal with life. But if you take responsibility for what the fuck you do and what positions you find yourself in, you'll be better off. Hell, some people made decisions 5-10 years ago that led them to be in a fucked up position they're in now. If you just took responsibility back then and learned what the fuck you did wrong, you'd be better off. Listen, I just trying to help people out, bro. That's all I want to do.
Facts. Y'all hear it. I was just saying this, bro. Bro, you gotta take accountability, bro. You gotta learn from your mistakes. And it's okay to make mistakes. That's another thing. Like, we all gonna make mistakes. None of us is perfect. But are you learning from your mistakes? Because if you keep making the same mistakes over and over, obviously you're not learning your lesson. And God will keep putting you through the same shit over and over until you understand. Because you didn't learn the lesson yet. So you like, damn, this shit keep happening to me. Duh. You keep doing the same shit. Fuck. Motherfuckers be like, I'm always broke. I'm always broke. Well, have you identified the issue yet? Have you figured out why you always broke? Like, damn, why the fuck I ain't never got money? And then you know what's crazy? When it comes to money, right? And a lot of my examples are about money right now, just because I'm on my personal journey with finances. So I'm saying, so mind you, like he said, this can apply to multiple things in your life, but it's just like, you gotta understand, bro. You gotta take accountability. Once you do that, that's what things change. Months ago, I took accountability. I said, I'm not really liking how like my finances is looking. I gotta do better. I sat down, wrote down all my finances, realized that I've been overspending like a lot. It's like, damn, I should have way more money than I have. Oh, fuck, I need to cut back on this, that. Started doing that within, like I said, it's only been 3 months. Finances look way better, in a much better place. And I'm not even done. Like I'm saying, I'm only 3 months in. Shit, give me another 6 months. Oh my God, I can't wait. I'm happy. Bro, ain't nothing feels better than stacking bread. I ain't gonna lie to you. Nothing feels better than having money. Spending money feels great in the moment, but nothing feels better than saving money. I promise you that. I promise you.
Yo, and I ain't gonna hold y'all. Like, people that lack accountability, for me, think every conversation is an attack. You heard? Like, if you trying to break it down to them where they went wrong, they automatically get the defensive. For me, this and that. For me, take some accountability. You heard?
No, that's a fact. We all know people like that too, where it's just like the moment you try to like show them like, bro, you was wrong, they're like, nah, but it's cause of this, and it's like everything everything that happened to them was indirectly because of what this person did or didn't do. Is like, nigga, forget all of that. Forget all of that. There's things that happened to me and I might have felt like, damn, you did me dirty. But I'm one of those type people at the end of the day, I'm be like, I should have never even put myself in that position to be done like that. You know what I'm saying?
You know where the devil be getting the most people at? It's at an all-time high right now. The lack of accountability is a real thing, because the moment you become aware of what it is you're doing, what it is you're not doing, what type of person you are, what bad habits you have, what good habits you have, whatever the case may be. Once you become aware of that, you then have to take accountability that maybe I'm not where I desire to be because I haven't put in my best effort. Maybe I'm not the person that I think I am because I don't have all these friends around me that I know I'm deserving of, because people really don't like me like that for real. Maybe I'm not doing what I said I was going to do months ago, and so it's further delaying where I'm desiring to be. Lack of accountability is the devil's favorite thing, because the moment you become aware of what it is that you need to change, you can no longer walk oblivious pretending like you don't know what you're very much so aware of, which means if you don't desire to make the changes to become the person that you need to become, then the answer is nobody else but you.
And that's exactly why people don't want to be accountable. That exact reason right there is why people don't want to be accountable. Because once you come to grips that, damn, it's been me all along. At that point, from that point forward, you can't blame nobody else. Your only option is to change the things about you that's causing you to end up in these situations that you don't really enjoy being in, or keep going through them. At that point, you can't even blame anybody else, because you know it's me. Accountability, bro. Accountability is everything in life. I'm trying to tell you, it's everything. It's do or die. Accountability is do or die. People out here that lack accountability, man, they going through it. They going through it because they in their own way don't even realize it.
You didn't want it. You didn't want to do what it took, and that's on you. The lack of accountability has allowed people to play victimized, do this victimized stuff. Oh, well, this and that. Like, stop it. The lack of accountability is at an all-time high because the moment you become aware to what is happening in your life, you have no choice but to either stay the same or change something that's going to change you. And when you think about it, the devil never wants you to come to terms with taking accountability because then he won't be able to use you in the ways that he's been using you. When you're not oblivious, when you are oblivious to things that need to change within so that you can change who you are, the devil uses you like a pawn. He can do whatever he wants. He can have his way, but the moment you become aware of all the things that's prohibiting you from becoming who God has called you to become, you're now destined to make the changes so that you can become the person, so that you can live the life, so that you can be in the peace and joy and gratitude and happiness that you deserve. He don't want that for you. That's why you need to be amongst people who tell you about yourself. You need to be able to take criticism. You need to be able to be teachable. That's why the Bible urges us to remain in a position where you can constantly be taught something. The lack of accountability is at an all-time high right now. And you wondering why you watch everybody else get it and you don't. You wonder why you watch everybody else live this life that you feel and you know you.
What do you want?
Enough, but you don't.
Person that lack accountability is the worst type of motherfucker to have around you, bro. Like, they'll never admit that they wrong. Like, yeah, I did this. Yeah, I said that. Yeah, that was my fault. That. Yeah. Like, them niggas will never do that shit, bro. Like, they always got excuses of why they did some shit. They always trying to justify some shit, bro. Them the worst type of motherfucker to have around you, gang, because them the type of motherfucker that'll tell on you and get you 30 years and then don't feel like they were wrong. Motherfucker can't even hold themselves accountable. Them same type of nigga that'll watch your ass going to the wrong direction and it'll be all right with you going in the wrong direction, bro. Shit, like, sit dead in your face and tell a bold face ass lie, and they'll know that you know that they lying, and they still do everything in their power to make you think that they lie. It's the truth. Like, them the worst type of motherfuckers to have around you, bro. Like, them the type of motherfucker that if you don't know right from left, them motherfuckers will tell you to go left, knowing that you want to go right, and to watch your ass go left and to be laughing like a motherfucker. If you don't know no better, like.
Not having accountability, that's a trait. That's a trait that it's not negotiable. Like, in order to be around me, like, I'm gonna need you to be accountable, bro. It's like, if you can't hold yourself accountable, nah, I'm good. You feel me?
They'd have to admit that they were wrong, or how this might upset some people, but you can't expect understanding from somebody who avoids accountability. Some people will never see your point because that would mean they'd have to admit that they were wrong or how they played a part in your pain. They'll gaslight you, they'll twist your words and turn the blame on you just to protect their own ego. And the moment you hold them accountable, they act like you're attacking them when all you did was tell the truth. You can't build peace with someone who runs from responsibility. You can't have growth with someone who won't be honest with themselves. Because understanding requires honesty, and honesty requires maturity. And if they refuse to face themselves, you keep arguing with their pride instead of their heart. So stop chasing clarity from people who live in denial. Let their avoidance be your lesson, and let your peace be your closure.
Preach.
This might upset some people.
Preach. Man, y'all hear it though, man. Like, for real though. It's just you can't afford to not hold yourself accountable. It's that simple, bro. You gotta hold yourself accountable, and you'll thank yourself later, man. Be responsible, be accountable, and watch how your life change. If you're in a position in life right now where you're just going through it and you just don't feel like you are where you should be, things aren't going the way you would like them to, step back, analyze your situation, realize the decisions you made that put you where you are now. And then you need to also identify what you need to do now in order to get to where you actually want to be, instead of just being stuck where you are. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, man, until next time, hopefully this video helped you. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Buzzy gone.
Ace Will's the genius.